Hey guys, Woods Farm here. I'm just down at Sword and Ploughshares Museum. Going to be helping work on the Land Rover. Problem with the clutch, so we're going to have to pull the transmission. Last time I was down we got everything disconnected, so today we're just going to pull the transmission and try to get an idea what's going on in there. Okay, so like I said, last time I was here we spent the day and we disconnected everything that needed to come off. All the cables and linkage, the drive shafts, the power takeoff on the side, that had to come off. And we have the majority of the bolts on the bell housing. They're out. So there's just a couple more bolts holding it on, and then we should be able to lift it and shift it back and pull it out. Right now we're just wrestling with these two mounting points. There's one on both sides, and the transmission needs to slide back, then lift up. So there's a bolt on both sides of this rubber bushing that goes into this bracket. Almost impossible to get a wrench up there. And then there's 4 bolts, 19mm bolts, that hold this bracket onto the transmission. Equally difficult to get to.
Need me to lift a bit? Just tell me.
No, I think it'll bind it up and make it harder.
Okay.
I think it's just where it needs to be. Oh, okay. Ta-da! Okay. This way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. So, gotta be able to move those wheels down at the front. See what nicely done, sir. And take a look. The throw-out bearing is shot.
Well, you guessed it. So it looks like the throwout bearing is the problem. It's like disintegrated. Like big time. Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. That's the new bearing, throwout bearing, and that's the old one. See the plastic's all melted. bearing's all blued from the heat, so I don't know if it's seized up, but that's definitely the problem, or part of it. So we just got the bell housing lined back up.
Yeah, it's amazing. It just slid right in.
So we're just snugging up these bolts around the bell housing, and then we're going to work on these back mounts. Need to deal with those guys. All back together. We just tested it, and it's working. So that was obviously the problem. You can now engage the clutch and shift. So now we have the arduous task of assembling the rear mounts on the transmission, because when we tested it out we just had the bell housing bolted down hand tight and it's still suspended by the lift. So now we got to get these mounts reattached, and then we got to work on all the little linkages and wires and all the little things that came off of it. And the drive shafts, front and rear, need to be bolted on. That was tricky, very little clearance to do that. And the PTO system has to get reassembled. So still a lot of work from here on out. We're going to get as far as we can today. Okay, it's about 5:30. Just finishing up all the last odds and ends, but as far as we can tell, everything's good to go. Transmission's in, all the linkages are set up. Got to zip tie a few cables. Just spent the last hour, I'll show you on the other side here, dealing with this beast. It's a PTO driven winch on the side, and super heavy, spooled up with cable, and just trying to manhandle that and into place, line up the bolts, get the shafts all lined up was really tough. But it's there, it's done, and the Land Rover is now mobile. Anyways, if you like the video, just definitely like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Definitely come down and check out Sword and Ploughshares Museum. They've got a website. I'll leave a link to it below in the description, and you can come down and see, you know, all the vehicles that they got here. Anyways, thanks for watching.